Hello and welcome to a new show. This is Jails.
And this is Mado.
The Bright Ducks are back with a new project.
Holy podium. A new project, you say?
Yes, you chum. A new project. We're watching something together.
Together? What's that?
We're gonna be watching episodes of the cult classic Batman TV show and chat about it. It's a 90-episode journey, so you better hold on to your shorts, Robin.
Oh, you mean Mado, right?
You know it. Welcome to the first episode. Well, let's jump in it because it's the first episode. We're going to take them 2 episodes by 2, at least in the beginning. This is Mado and Julius going to talk about Batman.
It's Batman and the Bright Ducks, isn't it?
Yeah, let's quack a bit about Batman.
Quack, quack, Batman.
I'm gonna jump into off the bat. I got really surprised to seeing Jill St. John in the episode. That's her name, right? Jill St. John.
So you've told me. I honestly don't even know this lady, but yeah, Jill St. John is Molly in the first 2 episodes of The Batman, or Batman only as it's called.
And for those that don't know who Jill St. John is,
like me,
like you, she's actually part of the Bond franchise.
All right, yes, that's how we got into the discussion. Yes, Goldfinger. No, not even that.
No. Diamonds Are Forever.
Diamonds Are Forever. Yeah.
So I there's a lot of jokes on her name. There's a lot, she's really in these 2 episodes. My first flip is like, wait, I'm watching Batman and I'm seeing Jill St. John. This is the second thing I've ever seen her in, but I've seen too much Bond. I'm not going to derail into Bond, but that was like, I am so looking forward to seeing actors from old movies pushing through these.
I mean, one thing we need to preface with is that, or I need to preface, I've never actually seen this show before, so I have no idea. And it's an old show, and it's definitely way older than us. But I mean, we've always known it's what it's called. We've always known it existed. Through internet memes, through Family Guy, through all of that. But
Big Bang Theory.
If you watch Big Bang Theory, probably
my
very prominent there.
Maybe wanted us to start watching it, and there was this episode where they were mocking some character for not knowing who Adam West is. And I really love that you got us, to, all right, let's try to do some joint watching. You got the show. We've got 90 episodes to pull through.
To cover, yeah. It's going to be fun. We'll see how far we come, but hopefully we'll at least be able to do season 1. So what do you think?
Yeah, but I mean, I just mentioned Adam West, and that's another one that, once again, someone that I was expecting, but I hear his voice. It's so wonderful seeing his real face for the first time ever, because for me, that's Family Guy. That's the mayor from Family Guy. And I'm expecting to see the mayor, and I'm seeing this face, and I'm like, wait, so that's young. How he looks.
Yeah. So young. Definitely not like the mayor in Family Guy. But yeah, it's definitely, it has its charm. This the old vibes of this, 60s, right? So it definitely feels like a 60s show as well in terms of its humor, its setup, all of it. I don't know. Let's start with the first episode. Hi, Diddle, Riddle. What do you think of that one?
Diddle, Riddle.
Hi, Diddle, Riddle. How did it start? How did the Batman show start?
It started by almost frustrating me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, almost, because, all right, off the bat, I don't think we've ever mentioned this, but I was born in the Moldavian region of Romania.
Oh.
And it starts off with the World Fair, and they're in Moldavia. Like they're at the Moldavian tent, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's like mammoths that they worshipped. They're talking about mammoths they worship. They're don't even think they're talking Moldavian.
I don't know what they were
It's
saying, but yeah, definitely something. He was speaking English, the Moldavian ambassador, or whatever he is. But then there was this moment when he cut the cake and boom, it exploded on his face, started going Moldavian on us. I don't know what that was on.
wow. Yeah, no. And so, but I love that they can mock a nation, a culture all through. There's a lot of things here in this series we're gonna touch upon, hopefully, that you wouldn't be able to do in today's climate. Like
Yeah.
one thing is that cultural mocking, taking it to the extreme that they did. There's bound to be someone like banning this show if it was made today. it's it's so crazy.
It's definitely not going to be not the 2021 2022 PC standards, but yeah.
But I love it somehow. It's
It has
charming.
its charm, yes. Okay, so yeah, that's the first scene, right? With the cake exploding, and then is it the Commissioner Gordon calling on the
Yeah,
bat
but that
phone?
that 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 cake that led to actually the first thing that I loved about this particular episode, and this is why I've always liked the Riddler, because of the riddles.
Yeah,
Because out of that cake came out the first riddle. I
right.
don't something about an orange.
Yes,
Oh yeah, what does
oranges and bells.
have in common?
One
Did you
thing.
figure that one out?
Yeah, it's you peel them both, right? So
That's an expression I've never. I mean, maybe it's because English is like a
yeah,
second language.
it's not our first
But
language for
oh,
sure, but peeling a bell is apparently a thing. What it is
apparently we should at this point be talking about saying at least, hey, we're in spoilers territory, everyone. We're spoiling the riddles.
we're probably gonna throw all the Riddler riddles here and spoil exactly what they're all about. So watch out there.
Yeah, but I love the riddle just
And
because of the riddles.
yeah, the best part is that like Robin is usually the one solving them. So quick to it as well.
The mini genius,
Yeah.
holy barracuda Batman.
Yeah, like 6 or 7 old men in a room with the Commissioner Gordon. What's common with being an orange and a bell? What's the common part? And the
But
Holy Barracuda comes in and you peel them both.
and that actually another thing, not having seen the show, but having seen so much spoofing of this show, I've seen so many references of this show. That phone thing, that that red phone calling Batman, that reminds me of Powerpuff Girls. Like that
Okay,
was the first. Like when I saw that, I was just like, it's just like the mayor's phone in Powerpuff Girls.
right?
I was like,
Yeah.
that's where
I
they
even
got it.
forgot that. Yeah. That's
So
like old
this
phone.
show,
My first
this
question to you
show.
was like, do you remember these phones? Like, yeah,
Oh yeah.
who has these phones anymore?
Have you seen
The
those
bat phone.
YouTube shows where they put one of these phones in front of a kid today,
Yeah, I've
and
seen them. Yeah. What is this? It's funny.
they don't know how to do the full circle motion.
Exactly. Wait,
Uh,
wait. No. What's that? What is it actually supposed to be? Well, that's the first riddle. I don't even remember this. The second riddle they
oh, the
get
second
after
one,
the. Oh, right, they get served, right? So as soon as they solve the first riddle and they go to this museum.
exactly right before they get served, they get warned, right? It calls.
Right.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
they take the wonderful '60s Batmobile, and they have a car phone. They get called by the Riddler, and he
Hmm.
gives them a second riddle, and that one I loved. That one is a wonderful wordplay.
All right. It
Do you
was
remember that one?
it's the boat and the the
Yeah.
cigarettes and for the fishermen, or I don't.
So the riddle goes something like there are three uh, sailors out at sea. They've got 4 cigarettes, but no fire. How do they all smoke?
No lighter, yeah, exactly. But no lighter. How do they all smoke?
But no, I think they say no. Yeah, maybe they say no lighter. But
Yeah.
the point is, how do they all smoke? And then it's such a wonderful riddle right there. That one I loved.
It was a nice one.
Did you resolve that one?
I didn't catch it in
think.
the first, like for the while. And when you told me about it, like, wait, right, yes, of course, yes, a cigarette lighter, yes.
Yeah,
You throw it
that's just a
overboard,
wonderful wordplay.
It becomes a cigarette lighter.
Yeah, such a wonderful wordplay. Wonderful, but that's also when you see the Riddler for the first time in that scene, right? After they spot him in the window,
yes,
they crash in.
Yes, of course. He has his cartoonish costume. I mean, they all kind of felt cartoonish, but I mean, especially the Riddler, I feel like.
But this is where I actually ran into my first problem with him.
Wait, what's up? Is it?
I mean,
too goofy?
Not that he's too goofy, but he's so Joker.
I mean, it's the Riddler, though. He was like that in the cartoon, or if I remember correctly, I don't know, from the animated series.
Was he though?
Maybe not as prominent as he is in Batman here, this show. But also it's like it's supposed to be humorous and funny and drawing.
Yeah, but he had that clown laugh. That crazy clown laugh.
Yeah.
And it. To me, one of the most iconic, the Riddlers, is, as everyone knows, probably not being unique here, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is like my iconic, the Riddler, and he never had that laugh, but he had that exaggerated, behavior.
He was kind of goofy too, though. But
he was goofy, but he didn't have that, that crazy clown laugh. Like I'm gonna. Oh, I'll give it a go. That that laugh.
That ain't it.
That ain't it. Didn't Riddler have
but
that
it's
laugh?
Very close. And here is where we'll cut it in.
Thank you.
But yeah, he's very jokerish. He's very Jack Nicholson jokery as well, like in a way, right? Not as dark, but very goofy. More like the goofy cat. I don't know. I actually have not seen the Batman, the Joker in this Batman show yet. We haven't gotten there. We haven't gotten there yet, so we'll see. But how goofy he becomes, or in comparison, I've seen him in some videos, or short clips here and there, but nothing too prominent.
I don't expect anyone to be Heath Ledger's Joker. Whether it is the Joker or any other character, there's not going to be any Heath Ledger's Joker. But I just didn't expect him to be, laughing like that. It caught me a little bit by surprise.
I don't know. It was a little goofy, but I kind of laughed with him. Honestly, some of those parts, they were funny.
But I love his riddles.
It's very contagious. Yes. Yeah. So. What else was there in the first episode that's noteworthy? They go to this. So after they get served, basically Batman is caught.
They take those papers. They take those papers and they find 2 other riddles on the papers.
Right. Yes. But that's after they get sued. They sued, or after Batman gets sued. But yeah.
And I mean, I don't remember that riddle. What was that riddle? That's the riddle that takes them to the club, right?
Yes. What was that riddle? You're right.
I love the club name, though.
Yeah. I don't even remember. It's something with the. What was the club name? That's a good one. Actually, it was a good one, if I recall. But yeah. It doesn't matter in this case, but still.
I'm trying to remember the riddle that got them there.
Nah.
Because the club name was What a Way to Go.
What a Way to Go.
What a Way to Go. What a Way to Go, right?
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't recall either. Actually,
what the riddle that got them there was.
okay, gonna have to look that up for next
Yeah.
episode. But yeah,
Hey, we need to pay more attention. If the riddle's coming back, I'm just gonna.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it seems like his arc for now is he's out for a while. I guess he just got caught, so it would take.
He didn't get caught. You really.
All
don't
right, he
remember the episode.
ran. Yeah, he got away. Yes, I remember now.
Spoilers again.
He got away.
Wow, you really need to rewatch. Did you watch the episode with me last night, or did you fall asleep? What happened there?
I absolutely watched it, but my memory is not there today. But yeah, I do remember him escaping through that door. But let's not get into there yet. That revolving, that bulletproof door. No,
that was. Oh, we're talking about
the
both
second
episodes.
episode. Yeah, of course, I'm talking about the second episode right now. Like
that's not how he escaped.
Okay.
Wow, your memory is really off.
Jeez.
Bonkers. That's not even before the finale. That's before the finale fight.
Well, but that's in his lair. All right, he saves. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I remember. It's the whole. It's the whole. I completely forgot about the whole thing in Moldavia again.
They go back to Moldavia court. Yeah,
no, the Moldavian tent.
All right, we're far ahead. All right, back to because the way to go before they actually walk into what a way to go the restaurant actually comes the next scene that really sparks this. Oh, you can't say that on TV today. I don't know if you remember. This is where they introduced Molly, or Jill St. John, for the first time. She's dancing in the Molehill Gang's hideout with a big jar of caviar.
Right.
And she's,
yeah.
And then she's dancing while all the guys are sitting down, and then she grabs a spoon of caviar, wants to eat, and the guy's making a remark that
about her figure. Don't eat too much of that caviar. Too much calories.
How he likes women to look. How he wants women to look. And I'm just like,
you
can't say that on TV today. That's not okay.
It was all right. I mean,
you're gonna be hated after this show if you're going to say that. So
I'm just saying that the guy was just thinking of her calorie intake. It's all good. It's all healthy. Don't eat too much caviar, everybody. It's all right. It's probably all right.
He's worried about she's not following the triangle, the food triangle pyramid.
Exactly.
If you only eat caviar, you're only getting one part of the pyramid. You need some vitamins. You need some other things as well. I don't remember what's on that food pyramid, but that's the scene right before they go into the what a way to go restaurant, right?
With a bad eye switch that I still remember. The little antenna that goes up because of course Robin cannot get into the club
because he's too young. Can't go into a club. And I love that club vibe, like all the late 60s dancing. And that's actually where they introduce her name, because they haven't said their name yet. And that's where I cover the next riddle, the not official riddle, when she says her name's Molly and he gets a Batman orange juice. I'm like, he's getting drugged. Your name can't be Molly in a scene where you're being handed a drink.
No, that didn't go so well for old Batman.
You can't do that in TV today either. I mean, oh my God, you can't go, my name is Molly, hand someone a drink in a club, and it's raunchy. I so love these things that, are off the reservoir today, but back then, just charming.
Yeah, I love but after that, what happens? Yeah, it's when they kidnap Robin as well. They drug Batman. Batman gets up to dance. That was awesome. It was like looking at you dancing, pretty much.
Thank you very much. If only.
But yeah, that was a fun scene. A little
Yeah, then comes
awkward,
the
a little
next crazy
cringy,
thing.
but still
Oh, so cringy.
charming.
But then comes the next. Oh, Batman, you can't do that. Batman tries to drive,
All right,
high.
that too. He trying to drive and find Robin while being under influence. Well, you
You
can't
can't
do
drive
that.
under
Oh, you're
influence.
right. When the
Yeah,
cops
yeah.
can come by, basically. Oh, the bat signal. Wait.
So wonderful, so wonderful. Like, and he hands them the keys.
Yeah.
Even Batman. It's like a commercial for don't drink and drive.
It's
Even
all of those.
Batman.
It's all of those. Don't do drugs, kids. And don't drink and drive.
Batman
Stay
would
out of the
also hand
clubs.
keys. Ah, so fun.
What a way to go. But yeah, the other fun part was before that is when what is it? The Riddler's trying to burn up the Batmobile. It's failing.
Ah, he threw that. Yeah, that incendiary grenade or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. And it just automatically it's like, okay, first, oh right, it's first the fireworks, right, that alerts the cops as well.
That's
The modes that Robin is putting it in, and they're like,
the anti-theft button that he puts a
right,
sign
right,
over that says this is the start
yeah,
button.
and Riddler presses it, and boom.
So
Yeah, there's some fun
so easy
moments.
jokes. Such easy jokes that you don't, because today in comedies, you try to overthink jokes, but
Yeah,
that's just simple, easy jokes.
yeah. And then they end there with the Robin being kidnapped, and they're basically trying to.
Best show recap ever.
Yeah, they on the
Best show
second episode.
recap.
You mean? Yeah, they
Starting off the
basically
second
go through the
episode.
whole freaking episode in like
And
2 minutes,
this happened. And this happened. And that happened.
and
And
it's
this
a
happened.
screenshot of
And
and then
that.
this frame of everything that happens, basically. And they end with that, The ending is also great, like the cliffhanger stuff that they throw in there. Will he escape? What is happening next? I don't know if you remember those texts that popped up.
The worst is still to come.
The worst is yet to come. Yes, I still remember that.
Because that's how they start the second episode,
Yeah.
And the worst is still to come.
Yeah.
The final thing they said in the first one. Oh,
Same
I love
time,
that.
same channel. Oh yeah. And have me some of that daily shows.
That's not having been in the 60s, having been born yet. Did they really? I'll have to do some research for next time. But I mean, did they show this every day, 5 days a week?
I don't know
It
if it
just
was
sounds.
5 days a week, but I'm certain they showed this at least during the,
I'm
I'm
thinking,
certain they showed this on a daily basis.
was this the our era's That 70s Show, or The Simpsons? Let's watch Batman the
But even The
series.
Simpsons is like a weekly show, so.
Isn't? Yeah, but you had Simpson episodes every day. Reruns,
Sure, I
stuff
mean,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, you can. Yes,
Oh yeah,
recap.
yeah.
I mean,
They're reruns. Yeah,
reruns
that's
are
true.
definitely aired every day, so it's like it's almost every show out there. But yeah,
The 70s Show was new episode every day, wasn't
I
it?
mean, there are definitely daily shows like
Yeah.
like those, but I don't know if the 70s show and even Fresh Prince, if that was a daily thing or not. But those are also a little bit before my time.
It
My
just
TV
sounds
watching
so
time.
hard to make a daily show.
Also, any daily thing anyway from the US was never gonna hit here daily back then. So
Oh no,
that never happened anyway. We always
no
almost
chance.
always got the reruns, and a year or two later we got the season. So
And
was it
as I told everyone already, where I was born, we were not gonna get an American show on daily.
oh yeah, Moldavia. Well, apparently they were good friends with the Commissioner Gordon and Batman. So
Yeah,
not sure why you were.
But oh yeah, all right. So we got into this second episode.
It starts with Molly. Yeah, after the thing, it starts with Molly, and her mask. When she puts on the mask and becomes Robin.
I love how they cut that. Like she turns her back, like because has to make that
Right.
swoosh to put on the mask, and then they switch camera, and then she swooshes back, and
it's
it's
Burt Ward and Robin.
Yeah, it's Dick Grayson. But they record with her voice. So
right.
I love that. It's so wonderful. It's so charming. How they do that switch and how that they do that mask, because you see that mask is, what is it, like just white paste? They just take out his face, and then suddenly it's this high-tech mask.
I think that's just the form, and they put the silicone in or something. But yeah, it's definitely a
That's
low
the mold. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, it's because it's the mold. That's the whole idea of the the nose parts, the holes in the nose, etc. The way. Yeah, I guess another spoiler is how Batman catches her when they're trying to fool him, or rather, she's trying to fool him and try to kill him in his own Batcave.
And I mean, if we just, a little bit about Jill St. John, and once again, spoiler, everyone, she won't be coming back to the show.
Not as Molly, anyway.
Not as Molly. Maybe as Molly's twin sister, Millie. I don't know. We'll see. We got 3 seasons to go, but I mean, the way she went out, that's what's going on.
It's a little painful. It's like, how do we kill her? This way. Okay, but wait, how? Well, we needed to make it a little bit comedic, but also a little bit, I don't know,
dramatic.
Dramatic. How it's? Oh no, it's supposed to be dramatic. Oh, hold my hand. Oh, you can't hold your hand. Oh no.
That was. I mean, she runs up a scaffolding, and then she's standing normally, but somehow Batman needs to grab her hand, and they keep cutting to this hole in the ground. It's the atomic reactor to the Batmobile.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, now it sounded crazy. I should try to sound like Batman, but I can't do that. Adam West, it'd be a mockery. I'll have 3 seasons to practice.
Reactor.
It's more like, that's the atomic reactor. Something more like that. I'll give it a try. Every episode, I'll give it a try to make an Adam West. Maybe I'll learn to make an Adam West impression.
Right.
But it's such a buffoonery. I mean, it's so crazy, and then she just dies. I can't remember seeing her fall into it, actually. It's like they're standing on the scaffolding.
Yeah, they're just like standing there. It's cutting between him looking down at her or something, and she's doing and then how did that even happen? I don't know. We don't know even how she falls. She falls down.
It's like she's.
Why did she lose? Exactly. Why did she lose her grip?
It makes her dizzy and draws her in. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. It's crazy. It reminds me of something I've seen somewhere. I don't know, but
probably
I can't remember
something that was inspired by this.
I don't know. Yeah, probably inspired by this, but I just have this feeling that I've seen something parodying this or referencing this or copying this, but I've just seen something. I can't remember it now, but I thought that was hilarious. It's so bad that I just giggled through the whole thing.
That's what you do here. We're all just giggling, giggly, giggly, giggle.
I giggled like Quagmire through the whole thing. But yeah, and then Batman goes to save the real Robin, because no more disguised Robin is dead, which was Molly, and he finds him in the subway, right? Oh yeah.
How did you remember how he found him in the subway? Don't forget the absolute most important, most high-tech thing in the Batmobile.
The VPN solution.
Exactly, the mobile bat computer.
that
That
has
will run
direct
the
connection.
codes and send them to the bat cave and get back with some location
That's like
data. It's
the
the best.
first mobile VPN.
I loved it. The mobile, yeah, whatever it was, a bad computer or something like that. But yeah, it was another lovely moment, another one of those cool gadgets in the Batmobile. I hope we see it again.
That calculated. Give me. Oh right. Give me the schedule for all
Oh,
the subway.
it's exactly a
Right. Yeah.
crisscross kind of thing.
So that because they heard a subway train
Right.
in the background when Robin called.
Yeah.
So so weird. And then yeah, then he blows himself into this lair, and that's where Mr. This is where the show ended. This is right where the Riddler jumps
Yeah,
behind the
yeah.
bulletproof
Right,
glass.
right, yes.
But before he does that, he gives him the last two riddles,
All right,
which
yes.
are red herrings. Like they're decoys. They're sending them
Right.
off
They're
to the
sending,
national
yeah,
bank
yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, it was something like that. But then, yeah. I don't even remember how he figures this out. It's Batman who figures this out, right? And figures out the fact that they're at least fooling him.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with that it's Robin, that solves the riddles,
Yeah.
and the riddles takes them then to the national bank or the headquarters of the bank. But then they send the cops, but then they never explain how Batman solves the true riddle.
No.
Really, they kind of touch upon it because the riddle is something. How many sides does a
A circle have.
exactly?
It's the inside and the outside, and then two sides basically, and then you have the what else was part of the inside outside? There was another thing, yes. It was
something with a head. Something that the answer was head. Something like that. Anyways,
right, yeah.
I mean, the truth was something about that mammoth that apparently Moldavians, that's the English word, worshipped for centuries and filled with stamps that are now worth fortunes.
Yeah.
But here's another one. Here, this scene I want to get back to the why is the Riddler so much like Joker? Because how does Riddle, break into this ball around the mammoth? How does he subdue every guest at the party? And we're gonna talk a little bit more about his entrance in the party, but what does he use to subdue them? Laughing gas. That's Jack Nicholson back in the 80s Batman.
I mean, I'm sure
gas.
the laughing gas exists in the show as well. I've seen it with the Joker. Right? Yeah, but it's
that's a Joker thing, right?
Definitely
that's a Joker
something
thing.
the Joker does.
So for me,
or so we know. I don't know. Maybe the Batman in the 60s, Riddler was like the comics. The Riddler was more of a laugh gas kind of guy. Maybe everything was just use the laugh gas. It's the most kid friendly.
Weirded out if Dr. Freeze or Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Okay,
or the Penguin started acting like the Joker as well. It's like, why is everyone acting like the Joker?
Well, we're gonna find out about that soon.
But
yeah, the scene there.
The scene, the entrance. Oh, that was the Dark Knight. That's the reference. That's the inspiration for the Dark Knight. So for what I'm talking about is the scene in the Dark Knight where the Joker crashes Bruce's party. The party he's having for Dent, right? It's a fundraiser,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
and then he crashes it, comes in there, and you see that scene, with the you want to know how I got these scars. But that crashing the party.
This felt exactly like this one, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Except that he was using laughing gas in this case. Laugh gas. Which the Joker was not in the Dark Knight.
Coming in there, making, his speeches, his talking, and then it,
joking really, with the people there, mingling, basically.
then it deteriorates because to subdue them, now that they've all had laughing gas, he needs to make them laugh.
Of
It's
course.
like
Then
worst
it.
jokes ever. But oh yeah, oh I got such flashbacks to The Dark Knight.
Yeah, me too. At least the entrance, as you said, it was. I love that scene. Even the jokes, the bad jokes, everything just felt like that's a great entrance of a villain, right? At least to me. And sure, I agree with the whole laughing gas thing. That it's not necessarily something that we. I mean, Riddler is not this kind of villain either, right? He's not the kind of person that would come into a party and crash it or anything. Anyway, it will be, I've set something up for you, Batman, and I'm not even gonna be there. I'm probably gonna be somewhere else or something to that effect. And I probably won't even show my face. But yeah, this is definitely, yeah, one of those fun moments. And then the party gets crashed anyway. Because
I
Batman had
just
figured it all out.
the Trojan Mammoth.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Trojan Mammoth. Oh, I love it. Comes crying, and then they have that. Finally, they have what for me is stereotypical, what I expect from this show. Those pow, bam. Those
All right, yeah,
punches
the fight scene
with
finally. It's
effects.
the first fight scene, yeah. Like if you
Yeah,
really
that's.
count as as a fight, it was the first. It was fun. I mean, the effects was great. They were great. They were there. Definitely felt like a comic.
Oh, and
Uh,
that scene must have had the biggest budget spend as well when they blow up the floorboards there.
cool effects right there.
But I'm thinking that must have been the most expensive in the whole, scene because
Mm,
everything else, with the Batcave, the manor, the things that's going to be reused.
yeah, yeah,
So that's going to be like, all right, yes, it's an investment, but we're gonna use it for 3 seasons, 90
right.
episodes. But that blowing up the mammoth and blowing up the floorboards, that's a one-time cost right there. Bam. This show fails. That's
Yeah,
what. That's where all our money went.
I'd say, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna I'm gonna bust your little thing here, little budget thing. It's probably just a stage. That's nothing's underneath it anyway. Just blow up this two, three
Oh
more
yeah.
floorboards, and it's all good. Cheap stuff, but yeah, it's definitely one of the more elaborate ones. There are people on the stage, explosions. What's going on? There's fights.
I mean,
Uh,
but compare it with the explosions in the first episode with the Batmobile.
or with the cake.
Yeah, or the cake. The cake, like it's just a little bit of smoke, and then it's like three exactly the same size pieces of cake fall apart. It's like, oh yeah, no. That must have been the most expensive. That or the burning car earlier.
Yeah. Definitely,
When
or the
Bat.
fireworks. I would say probably the fireworks scene. There was
Think
the
so?
yeah the alarm bells of the Batmobile when they the start. I
I
mean,
think
it's
that
like
that just looked like simple bottle rockets
who
in
knows, but
pipes.
yeah, who
Like,
knows?
keep in mind that back in the '60s, bottle rockets weren't that hard to get. At
Probably
least
not.
not. I don't know how easy they are to get now, but I mean, Europe, they've been, cracking down hard on fireworks, but back in the '60s, oof, you could buy bottle rockets around every corner.
Yeah,
Ah, but that's the show, and how the Riddler actually escapes. He jumps down the hole, and he accidentally shoots at one of these laughing gas tubes that
right.
explodes, and then they never see him. But the police never recover the body. And they're sitting down at the Wayne Manor and discussing it. Maybe they'll find him again. Maybe they'll not. Maybe he's dead. They don't
Yeah,
know.
they don't know.
And
But what
then
do
it's
they know?
time for that. They know that it's time for some wholesome family Let's help Dick Grayson with algebra.
Algebra time. Oh, you have homework, right, Dick? Yes, I do. Some algebra. Let me help you out there. I didn't know Bruce
Gee,
was an
thanks.
algebra kind of
Hey,
guy,
he's
but
the
that's great.
world's greatest detective.
He is,
Of course,
so
he knows algebra.
of course,
Yeah, but no.
detective and an engineer.
Great start of a show. I mean, 2 back-to-back episodes with the Riddler. Fantastic
Bangers,
start.
fun stuff, wholesome show. Good.
And
Uh,
wholesome for those days, but some things in there,
it's wholesome.
some things
It's,
in there, some
there,
things
there
in
are
there wouldn't
worse shows
pass.
today, man.
I mean, some things in there just wouldn't pass for a family show today. You got to put it. I mean, this is
Nah,
not a hey.
you've gone too woke on me. I don't know what this is. I don't know.
I'm not. Hey, I'm just saying the world we're living in. You're not gonna have someone in a family show tell Molly she can't have caviar because he likes her body in shape.
In shape.
Uh,
That's how everybody should be, including me and you.
including us.
All
Oh,
right.
I gotta
Yeah,
get in
but that
shape.
was bangers of an episode. The 2 episodes. The next two will be also a. What are the next two? Who will we be seeing? Well, we'll know next week, I guess. Is it
I'm
gonna be?
looking forward to. I'm looking forward to some surprise guest visits. Hopefully, we'll see more of those,
Yeah.
wonderful faces that like Jill St. Jones or the voice of Adam West. I hope to be surprised
I
because
mean, you're gonna
this.
hear more of the Adam West for sure, but
That's true. I love it. Well, that
all right.
was the first. Tell us what you thought, and we'll see you next week.